Hey, eighth grade, Mr. Patello here. It's Wednesday. We're about to start some Google Hangouts in a bit, and basically, I know we can't, not everyone attends, but I wanted to make sure we kind of address the big kind of elephant in the room, which is what happened yesterday, and the fact that um, it was announced that we're not going back to school physically in the classrooms into the building again this year, and just kind of wanted to address that with you all, and kind of just let you know that's tough. It's a big loss. It's a loss for um, everyone, really, everyone in that building that goes to HMS, that goes to Seekonk schools. It's a loss to myself as your teacher, to most of all, as far as um, just missing out on each other and missing out on experiences. And it's overall, it's difficult. It's one of those things where I think we all knew it was coming, but when it finally was official yesterday, um, I think like myself, you probably felt a lot of emotion one way or another, depending on how you look at it. But I think for me personally, I felt it as a loss, and and I kind of like was looking into and kind of want to make the comparison. I don't know if you ever heard of the five stages of grief, and so I printed this out. This guy here, I don't know if you can see that here, Kober. Trying to move in the right way. So basically, I kind of feel like I was here. Wait, let me see if I can do this right here in denial yesterday most of the time. So and then I also had some anger, and I think I'm heading towards some depression possibly. And then after that comes this. I didn't even know what this word meant. It says, just have to move my finger. It says bargaining, which is struggling to find meaning, reaching out to others. So I think that's part of the reason I'm making this video is maybe I want to reach out. I kind of want to reach out to you guys and tell the story and how I'm feeling. And I think that's important to do. And eventually, we all want to get to acceptance of all this and being able to have a new plan, exploring options, and moving on. Because school's not technically over. We still have. I was thinking about it. We were supposed to have this complete eighth grade experience and a journey, and you're supposed to. And we were supposed to experience certain things together in the months of March, April, and May, whether it be learning our material in a certain method, having more experiences in our classroom with the couches and the stickers, and just our interactions and relationships. And then to the end of the year, we were supposed to experience a lot of uh, things as far as you guys as eighth graders. You're moving up, so your eighth grade graduation, your semi-formal, your Washington D.C. trip, the Francis Farm trip, the getting yearbooks and saying goodbye and looking at photos and slideshows and all that closure stuff. Like that's all was supposed to be part of our journey. And I feel like our journey's not over. It's definitely taken a big detour, going a different path. And we're going to continue to work together just in a different format. So, going back to what I was talking about with the five stages of grief and loss that we're all feeling, I think I'm still a lot in denial. I'm still in denial uh, that we're not going to physically be in a classroom this year together, and that hurts. I miss you all, and I think I was being. I'm still in denial. I really felt like somehow, some way, we were gonna, maybe the last week or two, things were gonna get better, and that, and denial that we won't be able to do a lot of things we were supposed to, like I just mentioned, that it still hasn't really sunk in. I also yesterday felt anger. I was anger and frustrated I have anxiety about moving forward because, and I'm sure you do too, because I'm not used to teaching this way, and you're not used to learning this way, and that's normal, and it can be frustrating. And I also had some anger yesterday just at the world, like I wish we as a country maybe dealt with this better. And so maybe I was going off with my family on some some threads of communication we had, and I was just kind of frustrated with the government, and maybe we could have done better, and we should do better. And so I was had a lot of anger towards that piece of it yesterday. And this morning I woke up still kind of sad, and kind of like, man, this is tough. Like, this is not the way it's supposed to be, type of feeling. And I think if anyone experienced loss that's watching this, I think that's the and then these different stages, bargaining. Like, I think that's what I'm doing right now. And then I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I've accepted it, but a lot of times I'm not there yet. And like I said, if you felt loss in your own personal life, whether it be about the loss of a loved one, or a relationship, or loss of something that you just can't, anything, like something you can't do, or anymore because you used to but now you can. There's just so many types of losses people go through, and I have in my own life. And I think one of the things I've noticed is that it's not like math. It's not like this. It's not always a perfect little graph and it works out. I feel like there's a lot of bouncing around from the different stages. Sometimes, you end up being in denial, and then all of a sudden you're depressed, and then all of a sudden you're angry again, and then you feel like I'm kind of okay with this now. I'm making sense of it, or it helped to talk to people, or yeah, I'm good now. And then before you know it, you kind of bounce all around the different stages. So again, I just wanted to let you know that what you're feeling is normal. It's mutual between all your your friends and your peers and your teachers and the staff and the custodians and Ms. Bouchard, Mr. Kelleher. All of that is like everyone's feeling it, so it's normal. So and like I said, me personally, just know that it's difficult for me as well, and I miss seeing you guys all in a classroom and talking to you guys and learning math together like we used to. And even though I'm still in denial that that's still not going to happen, I know that our journey together really isn't over. It's just going to look different, and we're going to have to continue fighting through. And even though we're not going to finish our journey together the way I thought we were, or the way everyone thought we were, or the way it's always been for the last forever, our journey is going to continue, and it's going to finish, and it's going to look different the way it's going to finish. And the other thing I want to mention is that not only is our journey taking a different direction, but I feel like our journey also has like what it's about is now different. You know what I mean? So like our journey before was learning, having fun learning, getting good grades, working hard, understanding the material, doing well on tests and quizzes, and all that stuff. But now I think our journey is just different, in the fact that what we're trying to accomplish now for the end of our journey together. And these last, I counted after, me, I count and look at numbers. And after this week, there's 7 weeks left to school. So these next 7 weeks, I think it's more about not so much that you have to understand everything we're doing in our hangouts or the assignments that you're getting from me and other teachers. It's not so much about understanding everything and being, understanding how to do all your work and getting good grades. It's kind of just more about staying connected. It's more about just trying. If you don't understand, no big deal. Just try just try your best. That's really, I think that's what it's about. It's more about trying your best, staying connected with everybody, and if you're not understanding things, that's okay. Don't There's more things right now in the world to be worried about. So I would just give you the advice of, if you're not understanding things as we move forward in our math or different things, that's okay. Send me an email. Well, I'm figuring this out with you each day. And the other piece of advice with your emotions is really just know that whatever you're feeling, it's normal. I think, um, you know, uh, you'll be at different places and things will work out, and just hang in there and reach out to your friends, reach out to myself, your parents, cousins, relatives, anybody that is going to be able to help you make sense of all this, because I think that's what we're all, bottom line, trying to do, and take it one day at a time. So I just realized it's 2 minutes before our first hangout, so I gotta go. Sorry for the rambling. Hope a lot of this resonates, and we'll talk soon.